Hey!
Oh, I thought you were the waiter.
I'm Ronnie Witherspoon.
Oh, nice to meet you, Ronnie. I'm Richard Willey.
I damn well know who you are.
Yes, that's what comes with having the TV cameras on in the House of Commons. You're not one of my constituents, are you?
I'm sure as hell not.
I thought maybe why you wanted to see me.
I'm Jane's boyfriend.
Jane?
Jane Worthington.
Jane Worthington?
She's one of Tony Clement's secretaries.
Oh, that's so hard to keep track of them all. Tony's got so many young women going around in there.
Look, just drop it. Where is she?
Ooh, where's who?
My girlfriend, Jane Worthington!
Oh, Jane's your girlfriend, is she?
Yes, where is she?
Now, what would one of Clement's secretaries be doing in the hotel room of a junior minister?
Look, it's no good, Mr. Willey. I've had you followed.
Followed?
Yes, a little tete-a-tete, corner cafes, cups of tea.
Oh, that Jane. Jane Worthington. Yes, one of Clement's secretaries. Dear Jane.
Look, I know what you're up to.
As you know, typing, memos, the odd trip to Tim Hortons.
Look, you're Dick, she's into dictation. Yeah, so when Jane started giving me all this garbage about going to see her aunt in Blackburn Hamlet...
Now, if you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting...
I'm suggesting that to get to Blackburn Hamlet, you don't have to stop and change at the Chateau Laurier!
Makes you bed up now?
There's no beds going to be made here tonight.
Je ne comprends pas.
Get out!
Bye-bye.
Now, my dear young friend...
Don't you dear young man me. While you were checking in, Mr. Baker was standing right beside me.
Mr. Baker?
My private detective.
Private detective?
Yes, and while I was across the street, Mr. Baker clambered up the fire escape, through the window to 648, and was arranging to catch you at it, my old friend.
So while I was at reception, your private detective went up the fire escape.
Yes, that's right.
And opened that window?
You hit it right on the head.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, it's been about 45 minutes, so I'm sure he's got plenty on you by now.
Well, you don't even know if your girlfriend's in the hotel.
Yes, I do. She was sneaking through while you were checking in. I saw you.
Possibly you did.
Definitely I did.
Well, she's not with me, I assure you. She is with George Pigeon.
George who?
Pigeon, he's my private secretary. Biggest ram in all of Ottawa.
Don't give me that. You're the one Jane's been having all those private little meetings with.
To talk her out of her infatuation for Mr. Pigeon. But it was to no avail. George is an experienced womanizer. He's been through all the female members over there like a sex-mad rabbit.
What do you take me for?
A very intelligent man, Ronnie. Now you go down to reception, check if a Mr. and Mrs. Pigeon have checked in.
You better not be toying with me.
I'm just as concerned as you are.
Well, don't forget there's still Jack Baker.
I haven't forgotten about Jack Baker.
He'll get his eyes on you.
You won't be able to say a word against
I'll
me.
be back.
Pleasure will be all mine. Come on, George. George, you gotta get over here right away. Ronnie's going down to reception, but he'll be back. No, you can't stay in 650. That's where he's gonna be. No, George, this isn't the time. Suffice it to say that if Ronnie finds you, we'll have 2 dead bodies on our hands. Who is it?
Sandy. Your suit has arrived.
Brilliant.
Gracias.
Thank you.
I got married in that suit, you know.
Yes, well, Al, our situation has deteriorated somewhat.
Marvelous.
Yes, I need a wheelchair.
A wheelchair?
Yes. Well, can you fix me up with one?
Well, maybe. But the hotel keeps a few for times of emergency.
Oh, time's up, Al.
Well, $10, please.
Afraid you may have cleaned me out.
Oh, that's okay, senor.
Thank you, Al.
American Express will do. Mr.
Willey, please, why did Ronnie
What?
This is worse than question time. Now, do you want the bad news or the worst news?
There's no good news?
No.
For heaven's sakes, give us the bad news.
All right. Your boyfriend has followed here by a private detective.
No.
Oh, you mean there's worse news than that?
Yes, he's the man that's hanging in our closet right now.
How could Ronnie behave in such a deceitful way?
Look, the plan can still work. We just get him in a wheelchair and put a blanket around his legs.
Then what?
You'll wheel him over to Ashburn.
Ashburn?
It's on your way home, George. And like I keep saying, it won't matter to him where he's discovered. It's under an hour. Just dump him in the bushes or something.
In the bushes?
What about Ronnie?
Yes, that's another reason for George to go to Ashburn. I'm afraid I told a little white lie.
What?
That you're trying to seduce his girlfriend.
What?
He found that hard to believe, so he's at a reception checking if a Mr. and Mrs. Pigeon have checked in.
And we have.
Yes, Suite 650, that's right.
Mr. Willey, do you know who you are?
Well, if I go on like this, I can end up leader of the party. Who is it?
Ronnie Witherspoon.
Quick. Coming. No need to get impatient.